Watch this. Watch this.
Yo,
hold on, watch this. What's that black girl that plays WNBA?
Angel Reese.
Angel Reese.
Look at me. I'm Angel Reese.
Let's play a game.
When Tekashi69 decides to weigh in on professional basketball, you know reality has officially glitched. The rainbow-haired chaos agent just picked a new target, and trust me, Angel Reese won't be replaying this clip anytime soon. This wasn't analysis, this wasn't commentary. This was pure disruption. Lines blurred, social media exploded, and suddenly a conversation nobody asked for was everywhere. And once this crossed into the basketball world, things didn't just get loud, they got messy fast.
Shot clock is off.
Before we even break down the footage, here's the real question. Do you think 6ix9ine is just trolling for attention? Or did he actually stumble onto something with those mebound stats? Because once you hear what he said, it's hard to completely ignore it. Drop your thoughts in the comments.
Watch this. What's that black girl that plays WNBA?
Angel Reese.
Angel Reese.
Look at me. I'm Angel Reese.
Allen just blew by Burke, but couldn't get the floater to go. Angel Reese. Reese spinning.
The internet is a full-blown dumpster fire right now because 6ix9ine, the man whose greatest skill is staying relevant against all odds, decided to suit up and deliver what might be the strangest WNBA scouting report of all time. He jumped on a live stream with Aiden Ross and Neon, and while chaos was expected, no one had technical breakdown of Angel Reese's shooting percentage on their bingo card. We're officially living in a timeline where a rapper known more for court dates and rainbow hair is critiquing basketball efficiency. Picture this. 6ix9ine in a bright orange prison jumpsuit, a look he knows well, flailing at a hoop, intentionally bricking layups from 2 feet away just to grab the rebound and do it again. Look at me, I'm Angel Reese, he yells, with all the subtlety of a neon face tattoo in a library. He's mocking what online trolls now call mebounds. And if you're not fluent in the advanced analytics of internet hating, a mebound is when a player misses a point-blank shot, grabs the miss, misses again, grabs it again, and eventually pads the stat sheet with 20 rebounds while posting a shooting percentage colder than an Alaskan winter.
Says, give me that. How about another? Persistence trying to pay off. Jones gets a piece.
Reese has been the poster child for this debate all season. Her fans see a relentless double-double machine, while her critics, and now somehow 6ix9ine, see a flaw hiding in the stat sheet. And that's what makes this moment so surreal. A rapper whose cardio peak was probably walking into court is now lecturing a professional athlete about shooting efficiency. The contrast is absurd, but that's exactly why the clip exploded, because in the strangest twist imaginable, the loudest voice in the critique isn't a coach, an analyst, or a former player. It's 6ix9ine pointing at the numbers and laughing.
I'm on my Angel Reese shit.
But that's the world we live in now. The clip didn't just go viral by accident. It detonated because it hit the fault line running straight through the WNBA fanbase. On one side are the Chi Barbie loyalists who see Angel Reese as the league's savior, the embodiment of grit and dominance. On the other are fans who swear the hype is being propped up by a narrative that doesn't always line up with the tape. And hovering over all of it is the unavoidable Caitlin Clark comparison. The shadow Angel Reese can't shake no matter how many rebounds she pulls down. While Clark is rewriting record books, drilling logo threes, and warping defenses, Reese is getting clowned by a rapper who once needed federal protection to stay alive. The contrast is brutal. Clark symbolizes the basketball revolution, spacing, vision, scoring gravity. Reese symbolizes the modern WNBA, personality, double-doubles, and apparently being a magnet for viral mockery. Social media reacted exactly how you'd expect. Total chaos. Some fans are seriously talking about defamation lawsuits, which is almost funnier than the clip itself. Picture that courtroom. Your Honor, he made fun of my layups. This isn't a legal case. It's a parody. Loud, obnoxious, colorful, and impossible to ignore. And in today's sports culture, that's often all it takes to light the whole league on fire. Reese staying silent so far is probably the smartest move she can make, because when 6ix9ine tries to drag you into a feud, the only real victory is acting like he doesn't exist. He feeds on attention the way a vampire feeds on blood, and any response from Reese would be a 5-course meal served on a silver platter. And this isn't even her first time standing in the eye of a storm. Think back to the "you can't see me" gesture aimed at Clark in college, the moment that basically jump-started modern WNBA discourse and turned women's basketball into a non-stop soap opera. Half the internet screamed classless, the other half screamed competitive fire, and the racial undertones were so thick you could feel them through the screen. Those tensions never disappeared. They just mutated into these bizarre proxy wars where rappers and streamers now insert themselves. Critics argue Reese's fame has raced ahead of her actual skill set. Yes, her rookie season featured historic rebounding numbers, but her effective field goal percentage told a more complicated story, one where the rim was both her best friend and her worst enemy. She shattered the consecutive double-double record, which looks incredible on paper, but when a rapper can parody your game by missing on purpose, the mebound jokes start sticking a little harder. For a pro athlete, that's the deepest cut, having your hustle reframed as a cynical way to pad the box score. Reese has always leaned into the villain role, but this is different heat. It's one thing to upset Jill Biden or Caitlin Clark fans. It's another to become a punchline for the lowest corners of the internet during a 3-hour livestream. Aiden Ross and N3on were clearly eating it up because they know Angel Reese equals clicks. Love her or hate her, people show up. 6ix9ine knows it too. He's a student of the algorithm, and clowning the WNBA's most polarizing figure is the fastest way back into headlines without dropping a song nobody wants. The truth is Reese. 6ix9ine didn't just wait for her to slip. He stuck his foot out, filmed the fall, and blasted it to a live audience of over 100,000 people who laughed in real time. He took her most glaring flaw, finishing at the rim, and exaggerated it into a full-blown caricature. Is it fair? Not even close. Is it serious basketball analysis? Absolutely not. But it proves something far more important. Reese has reached a level of fame where even the most irrelevant corners of the internet are tracking her every move. Whether you think she's no Caitlin Clark or the greatest rebounder of her generation depends entirely on which side of the internet you wake up on that day. One thing is undeniable, though: the mebound era is officially baked into the culture. You can't talk about her stat lines anymore without someone bringing up that clip or accusing her of chasing her own misses. And that didn't come out of nowhere. Reese has always thrived on friction. From LSU to the Chicago Sky, she's never ducked the cameras. She wants the spotlight and she knows how to command it. But the spotlight cuts both ways. It shows the double-doubles, and it also exposes the moments where 3 layups rim out in 4 seconds. It highlights the fire, but it also captures the frustration. When you're compared to a generational talent like Caitlin Clark every single day, every weakness gets amplified. Clark is framed as the prodigy, Reese as the personality, and that box is one the media refuses to let them escape. 6ix9ine didn't just step into that box, he dumped gasoline on it and struck a match. And while he didn't invent the mebound narrative, he poured jet fuel on it. That idea has been simmering on Twitter and TikTok for months, with side-by-side clips and freeze frames meant to argue that her numbers are inflated. The live stream just turned a whisper into a roar. In a world obsessed with data, Reese has become a living Rorschach test, revealing more about the viewer than the player herself. To her supporters, she's a relentless grinder who refuses to quit on a possession. To her critics, she's a stat chaser who'd rather grab her own miss than finish the play. 6ix9ine didn't invent that argument, he just dragged it out of the comments section and reenacted it in a prison jumpsuit, turning online discourse into performance art for the algorithm addicted. And strangely enough, that tells you exactly where the WNBA is right now. You don't get mocked by the internet's loudest clout chasers unless you've officially arrived. 10 years ago, a rapper wouldn't have known a single WNBA player's name, let alone their rebounding tendencies. Now we've got a viral livestream parodying postplay, and whether that's progress or just the attention economy eating itself is up for debate. As for Angel, she'll do what she always does. A cryptic tweet, a fashion post, another double-double, and the cycle continues. She understands the game better than people think. Every time someone like 6ix9ine says her name, her visibility spikes, her brand grows, and the spotlight gets brighter. Mockery or praise doesn't matter. Attention is the currency and she's cashing checks. But on the court, the pressure is real. The league is deeper, defenses are faster, and the mebound jokes won't die until the efficiency jumps with the production. Until then, this whole saga is just another strange, chaotic Tuesday in 2026, where women's basketball sits at the center of the culture war, whether it asked to or not. We have a rapper infamous for snitching, mocking a basketball player famous for embracing the villain role, all hosted by streamers whose only superpower is being loud, and somehow it forms a perfect circle of nonsense that feels inevitable. Angel Reese isn't Caitlin Clark, but she never tried to be, and that's the part people keep missing. She's the Barbie, the Bayou Queen, and now the chosen target of a rainbow-haired troll chasing relevance. She'll survive this moment just fine, but the mebound memes are immortal, destined to haunt the comment sections of every game she ever plays. The war between Reese fans and Clark fans isn't ending anytime soon, probably not until both careers are over, and it's become the Magic and Bird rivalry of this era. If Magic and Bird were being roasted non-stop by reality show personalities, it's exhausting, it's petty, and it's exactly what the internet craves. 6ix9ine didn't expose anything new, he just fed the algorithm what it was already hungry for. Another excuse to argue about Angel Reese for 48 more hours. And as long as people keep watching, he'll keep putting on that orange jumpsuit and bricking layups for clicks, because attention pays the bills. So the next time Reese snags an offensive board, remember there's probably a streamer's chat exploding somewhere and a rapper lining up his next parody. The WNBA has officially entered the influencer era, and there's no reverse gear. The conversation has shifted from footwork and positioning to jumpsuits and mebound jokes, and whether we like it or not, this is the future. It's loud, it's sarcastic, and it refuses to be ignored. To make it even more surreal, picture the live stream itself, Aiden Ross, the human magnet for controversy, laughing it up while 6ix9ine pretends to be a WNBA all-star, the chat flying too fast to read but toxic enough to feel. This is where modern fans get their sports discourse now. Forget SportsCenter. The next generation is really getting its basketball analysis from a guy with 6ix9ine tattooed on his forehead, and that alone tells you how upside down the culture has become. If Angel Reese truly wanted to snap, she could lean all the way into the chaos, maybe pull up to her next game in a rainbow wig and turn trolling into an art form, because if you can't beat the trolls, sometimes you become the final boss. Instead, she's choosing the high road, probably because she's too busy stacking nil money and endorsement checks to worry about a livestream clown show. While 6ix9ine is playing checkers for views, she's playing chess with her bank account, but you still have to wonder if it stings even just a little to see the entire internet laughing at your jump shot. For someone as hardened as Reese, becoming the punchline of a 6ix9ine joke has to feel like a new kind of low. What really cuts, though, is the never-ending No Caitlin Clark headline. The reminder that no matter how many records she sets, she'll always be framed as the other name from that 2023 draft. Clark is the scalpel, Reese is the sledgehammer, and while sledgehammers dominate the glass, they're not always pretty to watch, and 6ix9ine exposed that contrast in the most irritating way imaginable. Is he a basketball expert? Absolutely not. Is he even funny? That's up for debate. But is he wrong about the mebound narrative? The numbers say otherwise. Even coming from a man in an orange jumpsuit, the stats are the stats, and Reese's only real way to shut this down is to add a mid-range bag or simply start finishing at the rim. Until then, the circus isn't packing up, and 6ix9ine is happily standing in the middle as the ringmaster. Love her or hate her, or even if you secretly think 6ix9ine has a future as a WNBA scout, the drama isn't slowing down anytime soon. Angel Reese will keep rebounding, the internet will keep talking, and this bizarre feud will keep feeding itself. If you enjoyed this breakdown of the most RA